Hey, boys and girls, welcome back to Unit 3, Lesson 3. We are talking about decimals right now, and we're going to talk about decimals on a number line right now. Very quickly, let's talk about a number line. Now, you know number lines this is how you learn numbers, really. So you've talked about number lines since you were babies. So you probably know number lines like this, right? When each tick mark equaled a whole number, right? All right, but now that we're older and we're in 5th grade, what we're going to start to do is realize that there are tick marks in between these whole numbers, and even tick marks that go in between the in-between. So that's what we're going to talk about today. The big thing that I want you to take away from this little lesson, the very first step in how we are going to do this are 4 words. Count the tick marks. Yes. 4 words that are going to help you get through this lesson. So let's jump into it right now. Okay, so remember that decimals are very important in the use of our place value chart. This is from the other day. And so everyone should have one of these so we can access it very quickly through our lesson, because we're going to move. All right. So what we want to do is turn to page 125 in your activity book, please. Page 125. And I will work along with you in your book. First of all, let's look at number 2. Okay? Let's look at number 2 here. And let's look here. We've got a number line that is 6 and 7. Okay? So already we can see a big difference between the number lines when we were babies and the number line here. Okay? There's a whole bunch of blanks in between these whole numbers. Well, and in between these whole numbers are decimals. So what we need to figure out, and the first step we do, is count the tick marks. All right, count the tick marks. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 tick marks between the whole number 6 and the whole number 7. And we are trying to plot this number. Well, let's plug it into our place value chart very quickly. A 6 here and a 4 here. I noticed something right away. 6 and 4 tenths. There are 10 tick marks, and the number I'm trying to get to is 6 and 4 tenths. So I probably can label these tick marks by the tenths. So this is my first tenth of the 10 tenths. This is my second 10 of the tenths. Okay, so I'm going to keep labeling these. Okay, this is my 4th tenth. This is the 5th of the 10 tenths. 6 and 6 tenths, 6 and 7 tenths, 6 and 8 tenths, 6 and 9 tenths. Okay, well, hey, how come I don't say 6 and 10/10? Well, if you'll remember, when you were in 4th grade, you learned that 10/10 is a whole number. So 6 and this whole number, 6 plus this whole number, gets you 7. So we don't have to say 6 and 10/10. We just say the next whole number, 7. Okay, so see how we've counted these tick marks? So now what we want to do is label 6 and 4/10, which we will do right now with a little plot mark. You see how we did that? We just counted the tick marks. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. All right, so how does it work with hundredths? That's really strange, isn't it? Let's work with this number down here. Let's work with number 4. Now, again, you get out your handy dandy place value chart, and we'll plot this number. Put 8 in the ones column, and then 5 and 4. So we say this number 8 and 54 hundredths. Okay? Well, let's look here. We've got an 8 and we've got a 9. So what we need to do is count the tick marks. Those are the 4 magic words here. So we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, we have 10 times to do this, but now we're dealing in hundreds. So maybe instead of ones, we count in tens. So 10 hundredths, right? So we say 10 hundredths, 20 hundredths, 30 hundredths, right? Okay. Now, do we say 100 hundredths? No. 100 hundredths would just be the next whole number, wouldn't it? All right. So, what we want to do is find out where we would put, I don't see 54. That's weird. So where would 54 fall on this number line? Well, if we wanted to go even smaller, we would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't go small enough, right? So it would be somewhere before the halfway mark, right? Maybe 54. So 8 and 54 hundredths would be like right there, right? So it'd be a little past the halfway mark, but not too much. 8 and 54 hundredths. Do you understand how that works? Let's look up at the top here. Okay? This takes us a little bit deeper because now we're in the thousandths. Let's plot this number and see what we say. 1 and 403 thousandths. Okay, 1 and 403 thousandths. Okay, all right. So the number, this number line has 11 tick marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it counted it for us. It already knows how smart we are. It counted the tick marks for us. Okay, now the number 1 and 403 thousandths is between 1 and 40 hundredths and 1 and 41 hundredths. Label the second, we skipped a mark. Label the first tick mark 1 and 4/10. And label the last tick mark 1 and 5/10. Okay? All right, is everybody with me so far? All right, good. Now, so we have to get between now and then. All right? Now, the second tick mark is 1 and 41 hundredths. Okay? All right, we can do that. We can do that. All right, so now what do? The number 1 and 403 thousandths is part way between 1 and 40 hundredths and 1 and 41 hundredths. Okay, well, let's put that on our, let's compare it. Okay, 1 and 40 hundredths and 1 and, 1 and 4 and 3 thousandths and 1 and 41 hundredths. Okay, yeah, this one's bigger. Even though this one sounds bigger because we say thousandths, all right, and we say hundredths. Okay, this one is bigger because it has a 1 here, and this one just has a 0. So this one is bigger. Even though this one sounds bigger, this one is bigger because when you read it from left to right, it's bigger. So this one's bigger. Okay. Plot a point on the number line that is between 1 and 40 hundredths and 1 and 41 hundredths, but it's got to be closer to 1 and 40 hundredths. So it's going to be like pretty darn close, because if we do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay, because now we're in thousandths here. 1, 2, 3, it would be about right here. 1 and 403 thousandths. So it'd be like right here that we would. Do you see how we did that? So 1 and 403 thousandths is this far away from 1 and 5/10. Pretty awesome. Okay, as always, make sure and direct any questions to your teachers about plotting decimals on a number line. Make sure that you do your OLS lesson and listen very, very carefully to the OLS. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.